Chiropractic found me. I know a lot of people say that, and it's kind of a little cliche, but honestly, chiropractic truly found me. It chose me and it pulled me in. In high school, I actually was an EMT, so I became an EMT at 18. And in high school, that was kind of the pinnacle of my career where I saw myself. So in high school, I was like, okay, cool. Coming from this high school, especially coming from O'Connell, where most students do drop out and don't really have are afforded a lot of the opportunities that other schools in San Francisco are able to provide. I only saw myself working as an EMT. I never really ever thought of myself as a doctor. Definitely as a little kid, it was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I would say I want to be a doctor. But I think that disconnect of your dreams in childhood to your realities in high school, sometimes you don't understand how to follow that path or create your dreams to allow them to come into fruition. So for myself, it was I'm going to be an EMT. It wasn't until I became an EMT and got into an accident on the job where I shifted into chiropractic care, but also seeing how broken the medical model was as an EMT. I knew that deep down inside there was something I had to do to change this, that there was something going on systemically. And the only way that these issues were going to change is if people started coming into different professions, started, because representation does matter. So for more and Black youth to be able to see doctors that look like them and actually take their healthcare serious. And also like looking at the medical model compared to the chiropractic model about how chiropractors actually go to the root cause versus a lot of medical doctors are just trying to find a band-aid for
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. So that's just kind of really what led me down the path into chiropractic for myself. At the age of 20, I had just turned 21. It was like right after I had just turned 21. I got into a really bad accident working on the ambulance where I was crushed by a gurney. I herniated 2 discs in my back and I tore my sartorius on the left side. I lost function from my left leg from the knee down. There was no sensation, no feeling, no movement. Moving around was extremely difficult. And the doctors told me that the only option I had was surgery and I was wheelchair bound. So basically, after the first surgery, there was a 50-50 shot that I'd end up in a wheelchair. But after the second surgery, I'd definitely be in a wheelchair. At 21 years old, after I just got into nursing school, I applied for the fire academy. I was deciding what I wanted to do in life. It was kind of a devastating blow, but I decided that wasn't going to be my life and that wasn't going to be my fate, that the doctors were wrong, that God was going to guide me somewhere different. And sure enough, I just kept researching, and that's when I found chiropractic. And through chiropractic and spinal rehab, I'm about to be a chiropractor now,
Yeah.
and surgery was super avoidable. So it just also made me wonder how many other people are going through the same things. And then being the translator for my grandparents as a child, taking them to their doctor's appointments, seeing the lack of their health care. And my grandma actually passed at the beginning of this year due to liver disease, which she was diagnosed with 15 years ago. But the medical doctors never told us because they said even if she would have known, there wouldn't have been any lifestyle choices or changes she would have made to prolong her life. So they're really taking your health into their hands, which does not sit right with me. So
Mm-hmm.
that's also why I think chiropractic is huge, because the chiropractic profession is going to start to accelerate. We are at 10% of the population, but I think as we start expanding, especially with this rise in consciousness, a lot of people actually seeing the faults within the medical model with COVID, with everything that's going on, people are starting to turn to more holistic practices, especially chiropractic. I also do marketing for a few different offices in the Bay Area, and that's the one thing I can say is the offices I have been working with, their population has doubled. So their clientele has doubled since COVID has started. So that
Yep.
just kind of shows us what's to come.